DeadlyOperative here, 1v1 Legis High Stratum, blue side. DeadlyOperative plays a plague champion, starts off range, can fight melee, can also support with heals and put down turrets, not the quickest commander though. Up against Palliar as a force commander, offensive melee, quite versatile, can buff infantry and do some pretty nasty damage too. Quite a small map then, very compact central area where this VP is. Also have one in the southeast and one in the northwest. Chaos Space Marines on the field for DeadlyOperative, heavy ranged infantry that are decent in melee. Double scouts for Palliar. Pretty popular opening in 1v1 for Space Marines. Tacticals into some more scouts. Here are the tactical marines, heavy ranged infantry, blood ravens on show. Force commander comes to cap mid. Plague champion ambling around pretty slowly, gets out to the southeast. And what are we going to go for then against Space Marines? Double heretics or double havocs perhaps? Or maybe just double CSM and force melee on everything? Because Space Marines don't want to tackle with Kraken Bolts, Loyalist, Tactical Marines and a Force Commander at once and back off. We'll probably run back here to these Heretics and the Plague Champions coming down too. We're going to have an engagement here. Meanwhile, Scouts are capping the northwest for Palliar. And here is the engagement. There is Nurgle Worship, boosting health regen of infantry. Force Commander goes right for these CSM. Palliar doing a good job shooting up the Heretics with the Tactical Marines and the Scouts, and they move in. There's the Doom Blast, damage and suppression, but these Heretics are going to go down, I think. Retreats them way too late. Palliar forcing melee, and surely they go down, and they do. Might lose a CSM model as well. Has to retreat through all this stuff. There is the force melee. Retreating units take 30% more damage from melee, and they get away. And look at this Plague Sword on the Plague Champion. Excellent power weapon, will do so much damage to those Tactical Marines. Also creates zombies of anything it kills, and there we go, Zombie Scout. Really strong tier 1 power weapon, but Plague Champion is not very quick and not very tough to start off, so I usually get Mucus Discharge when I get the sword. We'll see what DeadlyOperative goes for. DeadlyOperative replacing those Heretics. Should get another Heretic squad, I think. Scouts taking tiny amounts of damage from those auto pistols the Heretics have. Now going to be chased off. DeadlyOperative caps mid with the Plague Champion. Well, here comes a load of stuff. Can he finish the cap? Shotgun blast just as the cap was about to finish. And Plague Champion runs away. Another Heretic squad is on the way for DeadlyOperative. Artificial armor for the Force Commander, making him a bit tougher. And Plague Champion needs to leave. Palliar most likely going for Assault Marines now. Tactical Marines cap mid. Heretics and CSM looks like they're going northwest. Heretics and Scouts still dancing around on this eastern edge. Heretics don't want to cap because they'll be shut up by the Scouts. Scouts don't want to cap because Heretics will melee them to death. And now Palliar is hitting DeadlyOperative's power, who has triple gens up. And is going to lose at least one generator, I think, unless he defends right now. Here comes the Plague Champion. No Mucus Discharge then, so far. No upgrades for these Heretics either. A melee unit by default, though a very fragile one, and this Heretic squad is getting battered. Tactical Marines not forcing melee then, could have taken out a bunch of models. Plague Champion goes after the Scouts, now after the Tactical Marines. Look at the damage that sword does, and takes out a model. Now goes after the Scouts. Shotgun ones, of course. He's taking a lot of damage. I will probably need to retreat, and does. battle cry went off on the scouts. Chaos Space Marines capping up northwest during all this. They have Eternal War, which you don't see very often in Tier 1. Flat damage increase, I believe 20%. Triple heretics for DeadlyOperative. Palliar needs to deal with this. Surely needs to get a sparring champion on at least one of these guys, because now we have Assault Marines. Jump infantry that disrupt when they land with bolt pistols and chainswords, scaring off Chaos Space Marines. Are countered pretty nicely though by aspiring champion heretics, which we see no sign of. 344 500 Palliar yet to lose a victory point count, and this power has been unloaded, and this wreck point has been decapped. Needs to start capping up this eastern side again, and here he comes with everything. Triple heretics, CSM, and that plague champion. There it is, Nurgle worship, and a huge engagement here. Scouts getting taken out by the CSM. Now focusing on those assault marines, which are really expensive to reinforce. Plague champion doing tons of damage with that sword and takes out a model. Will he jump in the zombie? No. Pulls everything back. Scouts come to the northwest. Tier 2 for Palliar first. DeadlyOperative has just gone. Palliar, I think, surely a librarian in Tier 2 straight away to smite the crap out of these triple heretics. 335 500. Palliar has a single. Force commander up against a plague champion and some heretics. Not sure what these heretics are doing. I think he sent the wrong squad in. Look at the damage that plague sword is doing to the force commander. Almost took out the force commander there. Here come the assault marines, and the shotgun scouts might have saved him. 310 500, a 2-to-1 for Palliar, and Palliar is tier 2. No sign of any sergeants, so he's saving for something. Will we see some dreadnoughts, which got a price reduction in 3.101? Heretics bleeding the hell out of DeadlyOperative. Mark of Zinch for the CSM. Because Space Marines really become quite powerful against Space Marines in tier 2 once you give them a mark. Both marks are pretty dangerous. More specialised offensive than the Loyalist Tactical Marines, which are a bit more durable and versatile. And here come those specialised ranged troops, and look at the damage they do to those assault marines. There's a doom blast, and here comes that plague champion with that devastating sword, takes out an assault marine. Heretics taking tons of damage, and we have a Thunderhammer Terminator here. Thunderhammer Force Commander, sorry. Splash damage. Very, very bad news for these Cursed Space Marines. Ouch. Explodes one of them. And they just about get away. Missile launcher tactical marines now going to work on this power. Loses one generator, might lose another. Heretics busy capping up the northwest. Here comes some scouts. Don't do a lot of damage with the full bolters, but their quickness makes them very, very powerful unit. Need to run right here though. 2 generators went down thanks to Palliar, and the force squadron runs. Chaos Space Marines down to 2 models are back out. Center is red. Palliar going for a Razorback, not a bad choice. DeadlyOperative has nothing in the way of an anti-vehicle. Heretics have their aspiring champion finally, which is a Chaos Marine, makes them into a pretty decent melee unit. Razorback will allow him to support the infantry, which he doesn't want to wipe, really doesn't want to lose a squad. Cancels the Razorback, starts it again, then cancels the Razorback again. 250, 494, a 2-to-1 for Palliar. And he's flooding the northwest with double scouts, tactical marines, and assault marines. Still no sergeants. Does have thunder and lightning, perhaps expecting a blood crusher, which hasn't come. Heretics trying to take back this power, which has been noded by Palliar. Has had triple gens up for a while now, untouched. Looking grim for Deadly Operative, and the Plague Champion backs off slowly. He needs to retreat, I think. No, they stopped chasing. Has the Icon of Nurgle, that's why. Don't want to get into melee range of this guy. Also, Armor of Pestilence makes him very tough but very slow. Heretics are decapping there. And taking back this wreck point. Palliar's done a really good job harassing points. Here comes the Librarian now. Sub-commander for Space Marines. Doom Blast, damaging and suppressing this stuff. Huge melee going on. There's a Merciless Strike, so they do have their sergeant. And they run away, but they do lose a member on retreat to that Plague Sword. Now goes after the Force Commander. A touch of Nurgle on these aspiring champion heretics. Such great synergy of heretics since you can Doom Blast them. And touch of Nurgle therefore does the damage and the heal. Now going after the Force Commander. I don't think they want to engage him, even with touch of Nurgle. There it goes. Splash damage of this Thunderhammer is going to be devastating. There it is. Trying to take him out. Here comes the Plague Champion. Nurgle worship just out of range of those heretics, but they do retreat through, and the Force Commander gets away. Look at this, Chaos Dreadnought on the field for Deadly Operative. Walker vehicle for Chaos starts off with an auto cannon. Decent damage versus all targets and a small AoE. Also has that close combat claw. Will we see Mark of Khorne? Librarian is sauntering around the east. Going to cap mid. No, mid is uncapped. It's a 1-to-1, 207, 487. Palliar has now seen that Dreadnought. Autocannon going off. There is the Melter Bomb. Plague Champion trying to tie up these tactical marines so they can't fire their missile. And chooses to retreat there. Didn't have the support. Dreadnought backing off. Here comes Heretics and CSM, which are fully upgraded now. Eternal War, Marco Zinch, and their aspiring champion. Heretics repairing. Plague Champion, of course, himself can repair. Force Commander coming mid, perhaps to cap. 169, 487. It's a 1-to-1 again. And it's going to be a 2-to-1 unless Deadly Operative can stop this cap. Here come Heretics and a Dreadnought. Auto cannon really hurting those scouts. One volley almost took a member out. And Heretics can cap, can they? They're going to certainly try. Here comes the Plague Champion, needs some heals. Should cap with the Plague Champion and worship with the Heretics. Instead brings these Heretics to worship. Down to 2 models though. Tier 3 for Palliar, which is not what you want to hear facing Space Marines. Both players floating a decent amount of requisition. Palliar still has 100 or so zeal to get for Terminators out, smite on those Heretics, and full retreat from Deadly Operative pulls out the Dreadnought as well. There is the Melter Bomb though. Bashes through walls trying to get away. Gonna get at least one missile hit here, I think. No, backs off. Goes after power instead. This generator's almost down. Not going for it though. Here come Tactical Marines to finish it off, I think. 169, 436. A triple for Deadly Operative. Not for long. Assault Marines taking mid. Also some pressure on the east from the Librarian. Going to get shot to bits by these Inferno Bots though. Uses quickening to get into range, and that Power Sword will do pretty nice damage to these CSM. Here comes Heretics. Palliar needs to be careful. Might not be watching the Librarian right now, and does retreat but goes down surely. Yes. small lapse in concentration and loses a very valuable unit. We'll need to rebuy to get Veil of Time, and the Force Command are very lucky to get away there. Here are some Plague Marines from Deadly Operative. Very tough anti-vehicle unit that fire missiles. Got a slight nerf in 3.191. Missiles don't quite snare as much as they did before. Used to tie up units there in melee, which they are pretty good for since they're so tough and explode when they die. Scouts run away, 169377. Deadly Operative needs to be aggressive and try and hit this power here, at least take out a couple of gens. But look at the map, completely blue. Deadly Operative doing a fantastic job coming back. Palliar getting a bit of tunnel vision, neglecting map control, just trying to kill stuff. Here comes Scouts to the east side. I'm going to try and take this VP, 169352, a double for Deadly Operative. That Dreadnought is still around. Palliar has not dealt with it. Don't think he has the tools. Tactical Marines can easily be tied up by the Plague Champion or Heretics, and a Melter Bomb alone is not enough, and that Thunderhammer is power melee, so it's not going to do a huge amount to the Dreadnought. But we do have a Predator getting shots off and that Dreadnought, and the Plague Marines are going to fire. Yes, they are. Predator is now snared, and Melter Bomb goes off on the Dreadnought. This Dreadnought is going down, is it? Does go down. Big loss for Deadly Operative. Going after these Assault Marines, takes out a model with that sword of his. Battlecry goes off from the Force Commander, boosting the damage of allied infantry. Those Heretics just about getting away. Plague Marines being very, very annoying for Palliar to deal with, so tough. Force Commander needs to be careful. That Plague Sword doing so much DPS. Another Plague Marine explodes, damaging this unit and healing. And again, a very lucky escape for the Force Commander. Now, Deadly Operative hits power. Scouts are northwest, capping VP 169274. It's going to be a 2-to-1 though, because Heretics are taking southeast. Palliar now has the zeal to get Terminators, and here they come. And they are Assault Terminators with Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. Bang, bang, bang. No Heretics die. 169257. Predator being repaired by Scouts. Will take a while. Assault Terminators are going to try and cap. Deadly Operative going for Bloodletters after seeing Assault Terminators. Should go for some more Marco Zinc CSM, I think. Plague Champion under Worship will do tons of damage with this power weapon versus this super heavy infantry. 150% damage. But Assault Terminators are just too tough and too strong and force him to get the hell out of there. Assault Terminators in general cannot retreat, of course. Do get a teleporter though. And Deadly Operative's getting his power decapped. Bloodletters on the field. Demon infantry that can teleport. There we go. Good damage versus all targets. But they need support here. Aspiring Champion Heretics suppressing the Assault Marines with a Doom Blast, but then he's going to lose the squad, yes. Marco Zinc CSM doing tons of damage, but they get tied up by the Assault Terminators. Bloodletters weighing in. Doing a decent job on these Terminators here. The missiles from the Plague Marines would also have 100% accuracy versus those Terminators because they're so large. Noxious Cloud went off on the VP. Here comes the tank for fire support. And Assault Terminators, will they lose a model here? Bloodletters forced off. Plague Champion forced off. They didn't need to retreat there. Needs to reinforce these Marco Zinch, especially with a Thunderhammer. Ouch. Plague Marines chasing down this Predator. Here comes Scouts to repair, I think. Yes. Should be able to tank the Plague Marines' damage. Got a rear armor hit there somehow. Assault Terminators wandering back to base to heal up will take a while. More Bloodletters on the way for Deadly Operative. Could be dangerous. And double scouts repairing now. Predator still needs to back off. More Plague Marines exploding down to 2 models. Good thing about Plague Marines is DPS versus vehicles is not affected, even if down to 1 model, since it will keep its missile launcher. 166, 168. Deadly Operative coming back, but it's a 2-1 to Palliar now. And with Assault Terminators on the field, it's never easy. Plague Champion level 2, Force Commander level 5. Here come double Bloodletters now. Both of them phase out, will take no damage but cannot attack, now under heretic Nurgle worship. Boosting health and energy regen of demons. Has no secondary effect from Nurgle worship though, since Nurgle worship also boosts the health of infantry. Merciless Strike on the Bloodletters. Merciless Strike really helping Assault Marines versus other melee units, but double Bloodletters is just too much and they jump out. This is a dead Force Commander. Yeah, staying in melee way too long there, and Plague Champion gets away. Good job. Did not level him though. Bloodletters now going after that Predator with their melee heavy will be very, very bad news for it. They use their teleport to get back onto these scouts who retreat and lose 1 level. What were these scouts trying to do? 153, 147. 2-1 for Deadly Operative. Where are those Terminators? They are coming back out now. Up to full health, 5,400 of it. And they are getting lightning claws. Wow. Marco Zinc CSM with their Inferno Bolts doing a pretty decent job on them. Need another squad of those guys, I think. Here are the lightning claws. Devastating DPS versus infantry, especially this heavy infantry. Might lose the CSM. Look at the damage they did. 2 hits that was, I think, and they do lose a model to the Predator. 153, 126. Bloodletters teleporting in behind, tying up the missile attacks. Thought they were going to go after Predator there. Here we see some Nurgle worship. Good use of worship in this game by Deadly Operative. Bloodletters run. Assault Terminators moving in, going after the Bloodletters. That's not a fight the Bloodletters want to be in. They are under worship though. And the Plague Champion doing very nice damage to these Assault Terminators. Bloodletters go down. And here come Heretics to help out. And we have a zombie Assault Terminator here. Amazing. Assault Terminators then teleport out the last 2. Huge engagement in the middle. 153, 100 missile attacks cannot hang and run the hell away. Assault Terminators saunter off. Double scouts will now get forced off. Trying to hold up this cap as much as they can. Plague Champion levels to 3. He's been pretty beastly in this endgame. 149, 100 is a 1-1. Here come Bloodletters to help cap mid. A zombie scout goes down. Wow, Deadly Operative lost Bloodletters. Get some more CSM, I think. Palliar has no requisition at all, having to reinforce Terminators at 150 rec, 50 power a pop. Also had to rebuy his Force Commander. And that Predator did go down incidentally to those Plague Marines. 149, 88 and 2-1 for Deadly Operative. Can he pull this off after that huge deficit he had to make up? Plague Marines now shooting up power generators. Especially after losing his power and having to deal with Terminators. Crazy. Scouts capping up. Palliar has neglected map control since midway through tier 2. More Bloodletters coming in for Deadly Operative. One squad phases out. 149, 67. Palliar needs to make a move here. Plague Champion chases off scouts. When he has his charge on, he can catch up to stuff. There's a Noxious Cloud. Global ability of the Plague Champion, damage over time to anything in the cloud, takes out a scout squad and forces off the other. Now can defend this VP. And here comes Palliar making his move. Assault Terminator is moving in. Assault Marines jump in. Double Bloodletters under Nurgle worship. Tactical Marines run. Here are CSM. Touch of Nurgle on these Bloodletters. Assault Marines just get away. All 4 models get away as well. Here comes the Force Commander. No sacred standard for this guy. Terminator is running right in there with his lightning claws though. Force Commander's in there. Pretty nice damage with that Thunderhammer, to say the least, and he has forced off DeadlyOperative. Now surely he can cap mid. Plague Champion sorely missed there in the middle, putting down a heavy bolter turret to cover this VP. Good thinking by DeadlyOperative. 1, 4, 9, 16. Palliar needs to spread out. Scouts trying to take this VP, or rather defend it. Plague Marines capping. Will be able to tough out these shotguns and decap. Now it's a single for the DeadlyOperative and an orbital bombardment put down on them to try and stop these guys. Does the lift stop caps? No, he's missed. He's completely missed them. Very strange. And DeadlyOperative finishes the cap there. Can these Plague Marines get away? Yes, unbelievable. Meanwhile, in the center, huge engagement. Touch of Nurgle on these heretics. Plague Champion's in there, but he's going to die to lightning claws. There he goes. Touch of Nurgle knocking back and disrupting this stuff though. Assault Terminator is down to 2 models. Bloodlet is in there. Palliar has tons of resources. Look at this. Almost as enough for a Land Raider. Could have got a Dreadnought. It's just given up here, I think. Assault Terminators, are they going to get away? They are standing there with 142 hit points across 2 models. Force Commander in the melee with a whole bunch of Bloodletters who are trying to finish off these Assault Terminators here. Take out 1 model. Couple more hits and they take out the entire squad. Force Commander now in melee with this squad. 2-1 for Palliar, and here comes something else. It's more Terminators, is it? Yes, another squad of Assault Terminators. Just when you take out 1, you have another to deal with. Now this is very, very telling. Can he hold mid with his new Assault Terminators? DeadlyOperative not happy in chat. 1097. That's what he was saving up for, waiting for the Zeal to get some more Terminators or waiting for the cooldown. Still has a decent amount of resources as well. Could get a Predator soon for some fire support, or a Dreadnought, which is what I would get. Get a melee Dreadnought with Dark Age of technology, Fist of the Emperor and all that. Heretics chasing off these tactical marines. Where is the Doom Blast? No sign of it. Takes out a model though, and they finally retreat. Assault Terminator sitting pretty in the middle. Force Commander rebought 87-7. Can DeadlyOperative push? Does he need to? Because now heretics are capping the southeast. Force Commander is on the way, but it's going to take a while. 1-1. Can he make it a 2-1 before the Force Commander explodes them with that Thunderhammer? Level 10 Force Commander, 1400 hit points. Level 5 Plague Champion is dead. Here he comes. Doesn't want to do special attacks, just wants to damage them, I think, and doesn't stop cap. Here is the 2-1, and this is the game for DeadlyOperative, surely. 78-2. 78-1, and he cannot decap in time. Amazing comeback for DeadlyOperative. Palliar rallied at the end with more assault terminators, some great battles in the middle. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.